Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another video. Let's see what we got for you right now. If you like a car that was quite respected and liked throughout the 90s, I'll probably say late 80s to the 90s, well, you're looking at the right video. You're looking at one of those cars that was quite popular back in the days. And let's get more information of it. What we got for you right now, it's a 143 scale 1995 Renault 19 RT. Now, what can we say about this nice mid-size sedan from the 90s? This is the 90s, but the model itself started back in the 80s. Well, like I said, the model started back in the 80s. This is a model that was sold. Let's give all the details. Between 1988 until 1996. But in Turkey and in Argentina, this car was produced until the year 2000. As you can see, this is actually from an Argentinian collection. From the license plate, you can notice that's a license plate from Argentina because that's a collection that came out back a few years ago. And this is one of them from the collection. Now, as you probably know, Renault 19 came in different versions. They came as that three or a five-door hatchback, and it also came as a four-door saloon, like the one that we're looking at right now, or they also had it as a convertible, which I'm surprised they did not make a station wagon out of it, because the station wagon was also kind of like a non you couldn't miss it. So they care about having a convertible, but they didn't make a station wagon. Maybe because they had already other models as a station wagon. They had the Renault 21, which is the bigger brother with the station wagon. So maybe they said, okay, we'll use that if whoever needs a station wagon. Now this is I would say they call the phase two. In 1988, it was the front end was a bit different, and also the rear end was a little different. Was not it was a little more not so rounded, the headlights, and the grill was different too. Now the Renault 19, the second generation, I mean the phase two, came out in the late 1992. So from 1992 till 1996, or to the year 2000 in Turkey and in Argentina, they had the phase two. I I really like this car. I'm not gonna lie, it was not my favorite car from back in the days. For some reason, when I was younger, I didn't really like it too much. Now, maybe because it's a classic, it's already it's been out of the market for so many years. Now I kind of like it because they're no longer around, and I missed when the cars little by little they're disappearing from the roads. So it kind of gets a bit nostalgic that you don't see the model no more. But before I did not like it too much. I like the hatchback a little more, but the sedan was not my cup of tea. And the convertible, I don't remember seeing one in person. I seen many pictures of them, but I don't remember seeing them in person. Maybe I did, and I can't remember. But it was not very common because in Latin America we didn't have the convertible. They sold only the sedan and the hatchback, but not the convertible that I remember. Let's talk about engines. Engines. You had quite a few different engines from the smaller 1.2, 1.4, then you had a 1.6, 1.7, 1.8. So there was a few, but all of these were four cylinders. All of these, four cylinders. And then you had a diesel engine, 1.9, and a 1.9 turbo also. So, you have a bit of an option between one from another. Some people did not like one, some people like the other. Now, this car, by the way, in Colombia and in Venezuela, it was called Renault Energy, which I think is only the only two countries around the world that did not keep the 19 logo in it. Assembly lines, guys. This car was assembled in quite a few different countries. It was in France, which is a homeland, two different locations, assembly lines in France, one in Belgium, one in Germany, two in Spain, two different locations in Spain, in Portugal, in Turkey, in Colombia, in Venezuela, in Argentina, and also in Taiwan. So, for those people that question if this car was ever sold in Asia, well, kind of being built in Taiwan kind of answers your question. Not sure how many other countries around Asia had this model. At least, in Taiwan they did. And this actually was considered a small family car. I would probably say on today's standards, it was probably like a compact. It's probably the size of a Honda Civic, more or less, I would say. Nowadays, more or less. Remember, back in the days, cars were smaller. At least in Europe, they were considered, even the bigger cars were smaller. But this model, what am I saying? Even till today's day, always in Europe and compared to North America, what they consider medium, we consider small. And what they consider large, we may consider medium. So it's always in North America, they always have the bigger the better. So they always keep it those cars. They feel that they're not big enough. But that has been changed a little because we don't have those big lanyards no more in North America like we used to. They have more like SUV. Now is the SUV era. SUV has taken over. Most of the brands are actually taking away the sedans and station wagons. They just keeping up with SUVs. Who knows how long this trend will be up? Because there's always an up, but there's always a downfall. It happened with the minivans. It happened with station wagons back in the days. So there's always an up, and then there's a down. So whenever another type of car will be a boom. Maybe the SUV will be an obsolete and boring car for some people. I'm not sure, but let's see. Let's see how it goes with that. All right, guys, let me let it go around a few minutes, a few times actually, because I already extended a little longer. I'll be right back. All right, guys. So, what do you guys think about this car? Do you like it? Do you remember them? Have you ever drove one of these, or probably was a taxi in your country? Or do you still see them around on the roads? Hopefully, you still have a few of them. Little by little, they are more and more rare. All right, guys. Don't forget to give me a beautiful thumbs up that I always appreciate. Thank you so much. Don't forget to click and subscribe. And when you click the subscribe button, click the bell next to the subscribe button. That will remind you when I'm posting more videos. Share, comment below. Let me know where you guys are from. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.